All right, so we are officially in December with the Herbalist Lounge. We're so excited. This is the last month of the year. Where has the time gone, y'all? So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
But yeah, so this month we're talking about herbal gifts and DIY gifts that we can give away during the holiday season. We can exchange with other people. We can teach people how to make. And so we really like this because all of us are pretty crafty in our own ways. So we have a lot to share. But of course, the Herbalist Lounge is definitely a place to learn and to share. And this is definitely not a place for lecturing. So, as we go into the Herbalist Lounge, just please remember to mute your mic so other people can hear clearly on the recording and actually during the live session. And as we get into it, if there's anybody that would like to speak or say where you're from and what herb is resonating with you, come on in.
All right. So your facilitators for this evening are Peace, y'all, Martina.
Asia.
And I'm Lanita.
And we are the Three Spice Sisters.
All right. So, where y'all coming from this evening or this morning?
Well, it is definitely morning here. It is 2 a.m. in Frankfurt, and I am in Frankfurt, Germany, holding it down with the Herbalist Lounge.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lanita.
Word.
I'm over in Illinois. I woke up this morning, it was 26 degrees. So, yeah, trying to stay warm in Illinois.
Peace, y'all. It's Martina. Calling in from FLA, Florida, the dirty South. And yeah, it got cold. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and then today it was 60, 50-ish. I don't know what's going on, but I was freezing my buns off today. Yeah.
And before we also get really, really into it, we just want to take a moment to say thank you to our plant ancestors and our ancestors and all those that came before us and gave us this moment to be able to gather and to just have the appreciation for herbs. We love it. That's why we get together every second Monday of the month so we can talk about all this stuff and talk with other like-minded people on these subjects. So we just want to say thank you.
So speaking of all these goodies and like-minded individuals, y'all, tonight's topic, herbal gifts and DIYs. What are y'all favorite herbal gifts to receive? Just curious, if you can receive any type of herbal gift or maybe partake in a DIY, an herbal related DIY, what would you do? Lanita, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the mic over to you. If I were to gift you something herbal, Lanita, what would your heart desire?
Oh, well, if you gifted it, I want some elderberry syrup and some golden milk powder form you make it, that I could just whip it up when I want to. And I love the teas, all kinds of teas. So those would be great herbal gifts to give to someone.
Especially this time of year, all those warm and elderberry and herbal powders. I got you, sis. I got you.
When those things are already pre-mixed for you, it makes it so much easier to do it than when you got to go in, I got to look up a recipe or I got to figure out how to do it. But if you have it in a jar, you just measure it out and cook yours up. Boom, it's great.
You mentioned powders. The powders are amazing. It's for gifts. Like you said, it's on the go. You get some warm water, put a little teaspoon in there, shake it up, bam.
And when we really think about it, it's like definitely because we're herbalists and we like to mess with these things and we like to do our formulations, but we have family members and friends that are just like, I don't understand this at all. Like, just give me what need. And so it's like when you're able to package those things up, like teas and pre-mixes and things like that, it makes it so easy for them to incorporate wellness into their everyday life. So, I really like those things. Like in this picture, Martina, in here with the lady she's sorting, and it looks like she's planting, but she has all types of stuff, right? So she has infused oils, it looks like. She has different types of herbs and tea mixes, and I mean just seasonings. I mean, come on, like a good
Mhm.
blend, come through. So people don't really know. It's like it just makes it easier for them.
It does. And with the pieces of paper remind me of what's really fun, especially if you're gifting someone who may not necessarily work with herbs as often as we do. Just writing a little note about each herb, like its energetics or its Asia, planetary alignment. By the way, this is a bitter herb. So, just kind of read a little bit about your herbs as you sample them.
Another one that I like to make actually is I make hair teas.
Mm.
And these are just powders, the different Ayurvedic powders that I mix up. And then when you're ready to wash your hair, you just put a teaspoon of it in a cup of hot water, and then you rinse your hair with it. And so those are very effective. And a lot of people, may know, but just don't feel like getting all of those ingredients and putting it together. So it's really convenient to, gift people. I have one I call mohair. And so I want mohair. And that's a great gift for people.
Have you feeling luxurious afterwards because you're gonna have all
Mhm.
flowing hair.
Mm.
Love it. Okay. So, Martina, you have something up about like you have these resins on here. You want to talk more
Yeah.
about that and press plants?
Oh my goodness, yes. So, I've been my children and I love pressing plants. I've been pressing plants for quite a while now, and I have all these pressed plants, and I'm like, and flowers that I've just been collecting, and I have them preserved either in I have an actual plant press, and we also use books. I'll open up books and find ginkgo leaves that I found on my travels. Or you can just press plants using plain paper or newspaper. So I said, you know what? I have all these pressed plants. I need to find some things to do. So I just started going off and getting different mediums. Originally, I would use glass frames, and you can kind of just press them between the glass frames and collages. But I noticed over time the color would fade. So I learned that you can also, they have UV protectant glass frames. I haven't tried those yet. I'm going to try them out, but you can use Mod Podge and resin. So resin is another way you can preserve your dried plants and flowers. And I mean, when I say the possibilities are infinite, like the possibilities are infinite. You can make jewelry, coasters, and coffee tables. I mean, look at that table you see here. So we are really going to start exploring and just have a good time with pressed plants. And what better way to bring in, more plants by just adding them in to your everyday decor in the home. So keychains, you name it. I mean, oh, have you ever seen the jars where you can take like some of the mason jars? So if you're gifting someone, say for example, teas, and you're using a mason jar or your herbal honeys, you can go ahead and add pressed plants on the outside of the mason jar and use Mod Podge to seal it, and it'll be like a little custom mason jar or vase or any glass structure you can add, and use Mod Podge to add your pressed plants and flowers. So
Sounds like
Yeah, it does really look like a nice vase though when you put those plants on the outside of that. And it's really a decorative gift, and you could give anything in that. It didn't even have to, you could put flowers or especially if you're working with kids, your kids are making presents for other family members. They can make the mason jar vase and paper flowers. So, but I love recycling, and I'm looking at this table and going, wow, we have to cut a lot of wood. We have trees fall down, but you get a good piece of wood,
Mm.
and I'm sure that they just hollowed that out and put all of those plants in there with the resin. uh, that's in my to-do list. That's beautiful.
And I like the fact that you noticed that, Lenita, because
Mm.
when I was researching the tables, they usually sell like these plastic, or not plastic, what is like rubberish
Mm.
molds, but there you go, recycling using a
Mhm.
frame. That's dope. And also for personalized gifts, you can do pictures, and you can add pictures inside the resin and, make collages. So that can be like a little personalized gift as well. Mhm.
Asia, what are you gifting? What herbal gifts would you like?
Look, I'm just like, you know how they have those scenes where people they're like in the center and money's falling down. I'm picturing I'm in the middle of the frame and I see all these herbal gifts falling down around from both of y'all. So yeah, definitely motherwort tincture from Martina. I still have so I have quite a few things from you too, Lanita. Like so the feather wand, and even though
Mhm.
that's not herbal, that's still natural, right?
Mhm.
And I can use that for incense. So I know me and Martina, we've made like some form of incense, or we've put together resin blends before. And let's see, I have a belt that I got from you, Lanita, maybe two belts. Oh no, I gave away one of them, but
Mm.
that had like cowrie shells on it. But I'm thinking like with the feathers and the bones and different types of things that you find in
Mhm.
like leaves and any type of bark, like I can totally see you putting together something like that. And I mean, of course, from both of y'all, any type of tea that y'all blend is gonna be the bomb anyway. Like I will take it. Um, let's see, what else would I like? Of course, I love aromatics. So of course I love the DIY soaps and the blended oils and anything that will like if after I get the life scrubbed out of me, so even like sugar scrubs, salt scrubs, all the skin scrubbed off of me, like anything that maintains my skin and keeps it soft and smelling good. I love all of that stuff. So definitely like so we're talking about like already prepared and packaged things, but then we have some people, right, that like they don't want to start from scratch, but if they have a kit so that they could put something together and be a little bit creative with the finished product, then that's a good thing too, right? So like definitely I always have calendula oil around with the calendula flowers still sitting in them, or comfrey oil. And so like if you're able to take maybe from a larger mason jar, put in a smaller mason jar or some other type of packaging that's closed, and you can take those prepared oils and allow them to blend. So, I'm thinking like you could package up all these different oils for somebody and they can add their own essential oils and they can have their own fragrances. So, of course, I'm always going to go for lavender, of course. You have a nice calendula oil that's based, the olive oil base with some almond oil, so that'll help to sink in the skin, some jojoba oil, vitamin E, and then you can blend that together. And you can take like depending on like whether it's a night oil or not. I love lemongrass, but you can't use too much of it and go out in the sun, but I still like the smell. So a tad bit of lemongrass, some lavender, and allow that person to blend it up. Then I think that's a good idea too, right? So those are some of the things that I like. There's a lot of things that I like. And sometimes like even leaving some of those herbal flowers or leaves in the blend, as long as it's, they're dry and it's not going to mold the blend, then I think that's a good idea. But of course, there's soaps and all kind of stuff. So again, I'm still in the middle picturing all these herbal gifts just falling down around me.
Nice.
Mhm. Go to the next slide so we could talk about more of some ideas for blends.
Love that lavender soap with the lavender left in the soap. And when you see the flowers in the soap, that's so nice.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like exfoliating soaps like cornmeal, finely ground ginger, especially for the feet, skin, Asia soaps.
The herbalism.
Soap with
Mhm.
coffee in
So
it.
since y'all ain't asked me what I want to be gifted, I'm gonna just go
Yeah.
ahead and
What
tell
you want?
y'all, okay?
What
I'm
you
over here
guys
just
know?
waiting. I'm like, okay, let me wait. Let me go ahead and just tell y'all what I want now. So I want them soaps, okay? And I want them packaged in the little Muslim bags that Asia uses with the beautiful stamps, or just add your little touch to it, you know? I can tell you was making that soap with music and dancing and all kinds of good energy and smells going on. And Lanita, I need some hand rolled incense. Let's not forget about the hand rolled incenses. Like, come on now. All right. And you have scents and flavors, yes, because I be tasting it in the air that you can't just find anywhere else. So that's really dope. I love things that smell good. And anything for just like beauty. Lanita said that already, but especially when you're over here doing taekwondo, y'all, we got to keep the feet right. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
At the dojo, people don't be keeping their feet right. I'm keeping my feet right. So all that exfoliation. um, I love moisturization. So oils, all types of infused oils and butters. Lanita, you do such an amazing job. It just, when I think of butters, you always have a lot of good ideas when it comes like to different butter mixes, herbal butter,
Mhm.
nut butters, for the skin. Smells so good you feel like you might just try to eat it real quick. And you know what I love too, y'all? I love bitters. And let me tell you how I like bitters. So Asia, you just gave me an idea. You know, there's different things we can pair with bitters, right? So like those aromatic herbs, it's just a little tad bit, a little bit of bitters, like in tincture form. But I'm thinking of like some citrus bitters, maybe lavender bitters, some floral bitters, so I can just have like a little variety depending on how I feel. Citrusy bitters, things like that. So yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, Martina. I was thinking about that. I, things to when you're traveling for the holidays, that sometimes you may be exposed to a whole bunch of stuff, and little travel packs would be that hibiscus and mugwort together, the bitter and the citrus, and it covers everything. So that's a great gift idea too. Some bitters with different flavors added.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you just gave me an idea too. So, you know how you get those little first aid kits? I would love to have like an herbal first aid kit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of already have one just from different things like um salves for the skins, for insect bites. Lanita, I have a whole bunch of stuff from you, but just compiling them
Mm-hmm.
and having different things on the go, which I do already in my purse, but just kind of having one that's more intentional. So who doesn't need a herbal first aid kit? Let me get
Yep.
lavender spray.
Mhm.
Fancy. My lavender infused band-aids.
You know, another travel thing, especially if you're camping or roughing it outdoorsy, like um I'd like to give people little essential oil bottles, and the 3 essential oils that are must have in your first aid kit be the lavender, peppermint, and lemon. So that covers everything that you might incur when you're out, and if you got sick kids, if you got hurt, if you got lemon essential oil is the best sanitizer. You don't need that alcohol hand sanitizer. The lemon is very effective. So, just 3 bottles of essential oil is a easy, nice little kit. You can pack it up in a little package with a ribbon on it, and that's a great gift too.
You're right, Lanita, because I think about like even with nausea, headaches,
Mm-hmm.
fatigue, or even just needing energy, that
Mm-hmm.
covers everything in that kit right there.
That's it.
Mhm. And look, I was in the background, I was saying cookies. Them cookies from Lanita.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Herbal cookies, the
Mhm.
best.
Yes, I love it. So, what are some other things we have listed here? We can go through this quickly. So, we talked about flowers outside of a mason jar. So, it could be the same thing with thinly sliced um, oranges or lemon peels. That can be on the outside, it could be on the inside of the mason jar as part of the recipe. We have herb flavored popcorn. And let's see, we already talked about the pressed plants and the fruit. We have pine cones. Lenita, you talked about pine cones yesterday and all the different things you can do with them. But you can make bird feeders, all different types of things. And y'all feel free to interject if y'all want to expound on some of this. I'm just going down the list. Plant stamps, leaves, using leaves or potatoes or pineapples. So if you would like to make a stationary kit using a stamp with plants, that's awesome. I saw something else yesterday too, that somebody was pressing the leaves on ceramic. So that's another thing, like, making decorations out of ceramic rocks or just different things. Of course, potpourri, so blending all of those dried flowers and barks, like I'm thinking of cinnamon and clove and dried orange and like leaves like neroli and rose petals, all different types of things. Of course, room sprays. So combining, again, neroli is on my mind. Neroli must be speaking to me tonight for some reason. But
Neroli is
go ahead.
no, I was just saying neroli is amazing.
So yeah, I think neroli is like, hey, I need you to use me. So like neroli, and if you're able to get your hands on like frankincense from a good source, I have frankincense, but it's really old. Um, and the same thing with myrrh. Mixing that together and it with distilled water and alcohol to preserve it. And then you have a nice room spray. You can do things like, again, bath oils or potpourri for the bath. You can put it in a muslin bag, and then you can put that in the bath so it doesn't clog your drain. And Lanita, we're talking about what braids, like so the sweetgrass braids and straw mats made out of the Johnson grass that you had, or
Right, Johnson grass, and also you can do lemongrass braids too.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's some really good stuff, and
Mhm.
really good smells too.
Mhm.
So just lasting smells. You can make a collage out of different pressed plants, like what we were talking about. Definitely essential oil blends and oils, herb flavored salts and sugars. Oh my goodness.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yep. So you can use that to scrub your skin, or you can use it to flavor your food or your drinks or what have you. So infused oils, and then just different types of packaging. so much more. So like mason jars and sachets, paper bags, muslin bags, and using raffia to make it, to dress it up, or other herbs to dress it up, right? Or even cowrie shells.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I'm
so
gonna tell you something that I made, Asia. A
mm,
gift. I infused neroli oil actually comes from the blossoms of the bitter orange.
mm,
And we have the bitter oranges on the land, the elder trees. So when they bloom, the whole area smells like neroli oil. It
mm,
is the most beautiful smell you can ever smell. Like, oh. And what I did one time was I took a bunch of the blooms early in the morning and I infused them in rum.
mm,
And the rum was so aromatic. And you know how sometimes you make like hot toddies and things like that, where you just want to make like a tea and you might just want to add like a really small amount of rum just to kind of enhance the medicinal properties. Um, you can just add that as need, or it can be something you can use it in whatever way you want. But oh my gosh, that it was just so divine. And I wanted to make an oil, but I was a little worried about the blooms going rancid and I didn't want to dry them. So infuse liquors and
Mhm.
you can use that in many different ways. So you can use it as a spray. Oh, that's an expensive spray,
Okay.
You can use rubbing alcohol. You can use with mixed with witch hazel. So there's so many different things you can do. It reminds me of that Virgo spray we did with the rooted boxes.
I'm a Virgo
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mhm.
Um, and this is also a great time when you're thinking about herbal gifts and DIYs for people that want to start on a more holistic journey, who want to eat healthy, who want to do things, but they just don't know where to get started. You can make little packages up for them just so they can taste it, because a lot of people think herbal, vegetable, ugh. And so you can, when Martina says bitters, we want to shiver. But she packaged the bitters up in a nice spray bottle. You say, hey, these bitters ain't so bad. I can live with this. And it can help people on their journey. I was thinking too of, we made caramel out of dates. So, you can have your sugar, but you can have a healthier form of sugar. Making different things so that people can experience the herbal remedies, or even foods. The mocktails we made, um, which were really good, lavender infused, rosemary, simple syrup into cacao. It was awesome. And so for people to experience that is great, and may get them started on their way to delving more into herbalism.
Most definitely. I love that. And since you said the simple syrups, I mean, how can we leave out the simple syrups? And also herbal infused honeys.
Mhm.
And when I'm thinking of honeys, y'all, I've been using them internally and externally on the skin, burns, and also to flavor my tea. So many different things, so many applications for the herbal infused honey too.
herb,
Mhm.
love me some herbs, sunny. So yeah. Okay. We have any more gift ideas before we talk about upcoming events?
I think we covered
Now
it.
we good.
Yeah, we did. I know what y'all want. All right. Y'all know what I want. So
Oh, that's too funny. All right. So, of course, this is the holiday season, but, just don't wait till the holiday season to give people the gift of herbs, right? We can do this all year, right? That's why we do the Herbalist Lounge all year. So, just remember, herbs are growing all year round. So, we can use what we have seasonally so that people can experience that want to experience, but just, may not know or may want to know more about what is growing around them. All right. So, upcoming events, we always have our Herbalist Lounge channel on YouTube. So, it's at Herbalist Lounge. If you look us up there, you will find us. And we always have our, excuse me, we always have our Herbalist Lounge that we record and upload there. So yeah, definitely check us out. And Lanita has her rose facial treatment on there and beauty berry syrup.
Lanita. I love it.
So all kind of good stuff, videos up there. So check us out and share. And then of course we have our herbalist or kitchen medicine making workshop, and that could be found at herbalist-lounge.thinkific.com. So you'll see that as well too.
Hmm.
And then if you would like to get the Herbalist Lounge reminder that we do this every second Monday of the month and get a clickable link that will take you straight to Zoom, you can sign up and subscribe, and we will send that out probably every second Monday of the month or by every second Monday of the month. So you can get the link and you can just go right on in there and tune in with us and chat with us. Do we have any other events or anything else that we would like to share? Oh,
I want to say thank you, ladies, because I was writing all these little ideas down.
Hey.
I was like, okay, because I have started, because I am very, very new, but I have started making the herbal honeys, and I'm just excited. So I was like, but look at all these other ideas. I didn't even think about some. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Listen, I try to tell everybody, I screenshot when I get the email and just try to invite people. And so who was supposed to be here was here. So I enjoyed it. But I thank you, ladies. I appreciate it so much.
Oh yeah.
Hey, thank you,
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we do this every second Monday of the month. So we'll catch everybody in January 2024. Oh my goodness. So
so
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
8 p.m. and
and
time
time
power and
and
green
green
blessing.
blessing.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
y'all.
y'all.
Thank you.